I think it's safe to say that Game Pass is the gift that keeps on giving, and my god are they bringing us even more bangers in March and April without slowing down. These are 8 games confirmed with Game Pass coming in March and April, and we will cover all of these today. Before we dive in, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more Xbox content, and let me know your favourite game on this list in the comments below. March is looking pretty strong so far for Xbox, and to start with we have the highly anticipated action RPG coming from the excellent team at Team Ninja. Wolong Fallen Dynasty is a new dark fantasy game set in the later Han Dynasty. For the Dynasty Warriors fans out there, yes, that does mean that characters will be familiar and will return in this environment, and I for one cannot be more excited as I'm a huge Dynasty Warriors fan. This time you will be put in the shoes of a nameless militia soldier fighting for survival against a swathe of demons that plague the lands for the Three Kingdoms. You will even meet characters such as the legendary Lu Bu. Combat and gameplay is similar of that to the Neo games as to be expected, but so similar to the Souls-like genre. This is looking like one hell of a game, and it arrives onto Game Pass on March 3rd. Now, our next title arriving is a returning franchise for Game Pass, and that is the next installment in the popular MLB games, and includes a wealth of improvements across its entire gameplay suite. From an improved multiplayer section to a deeper and more complex dive into the stadium creator, it is certainly shaping up to be another awesome addition for fans. Keep this on your radar as it drops onto Game Pass on March 28th. A game that got announced a week ago, which I forgot to mention in our last Game Pass news video, is a unique and intriguing indie game called Way to the Woods. This game has been in the works now for years and provided us with many trailers, but there's still an awesome massive air of mystery around this title. This game is an atmospheric third-person action-adventure game about a deer and a fawn who will make their way through a strangely abandoned world searching for their home. This is all produced by a single developer and just looks utterly awesome. Be sure to make note of this title and dive right in when it launches onto Game Pass sometime this March. Our final title for March is one that blew up across the internet a couple of years ago, but up until now it was only available on PC. The highly successful and much anticipated Valheim is finally arriving onto Xbox in March. If you don't know what Valheim is, then you've probably been living under a rock, as this was one of the biggest indie releases ever when it came out in 2021. This is a brutal exploration and survival game where you and up to 9 other players will trek and survive a procedurally generated purgatory inspired by the stories of Viking culture. There is so much to do in this game, from building, battling multiple types of enemies, and conquering your way towards Odin's patronage. This game is utterly excellent, and no matter how many words I provide on this game, it will not do it justice. It lands on the shores of Xbox Game Pass sometime this March. These are just some incredible titles so far, and we are only getting started. To keep up to date with more Xbox news and content, make sure to subscribe down below and ding that bell to keep in the loop with future uploads. I've also introduced memberships which now give you benefits such as early access to videos and reviews, game giveaways, and so much more, so definitely check it out. Right, let's jump into April's exciting games. First up in April, we have a big first-party title arriving day one onto the service, and that is the eagerly anticipated Minecraft Legends. This is the brand new take on the Minecraft universe by bringing us an action strategy game where you and your friends can build bases, destroy the evil piglins, and pillage the world for large amounts of loot. We recently saw a lot about this title at the Xbox Developer Direct, and it blew my mind with the amount of content already available in this game. Building bases just looks incredible and really in depth. The world is procedurally generated like the original game, and controlling your units and taking them into combat looks exhilarating. This game mines its way onto Xbox and PC Game Pass on April 18th. Next up, we had the announcement that Everspace 2 will be arriving out of early access and fully launching onto PC Game Pass. Alongside this announcement, the developers also announced the console versions, but however, these will be arriving into summer, but they will be landing into Game Pass. Everspace 2 is essentially a space combat exploration roguelike, and it has some of the prettiest visuals I've seen in a video game to date. The game includes a wealth of loot mechanics, RPG elements, mining and crafting, and this new entry introduces a much more in-depth campaign than its predecessor. The game will arrive onto PC Game Pass on April 6th. Our next title is an awesome looking indie title that got announced around the same time of Valheim, and that is the beautiful witch farming game Homestead Arcana. By what we have seen so far, this looks like a very unique take on the farming game formula by including including a world in which you can roam and use your magical potions to grow plants and heal the land around you. There is combat with you coming up against dangerous warped creatures, but what they have been infected by something called miasma. Alongside this, you will also be looking into the secrets that are scattered around this world. It looks incredibly interesting, and with me loving magic in games lately like Hogwarts Legacy, I will definitely be keeping my eye on this one. It launches onto Xbox Game Pass sometime in April. Now, the last case of Benedict Fox is one title I've covered before in my 20 games coming to Xbox Game Pass in 2023 video, and I was incredibly excited when this game got announced at the showcase last year. In this game, you can expect a fusion of Metroidvania and detective elements set in a very dark and mysterious world. As you can see, the art style looks utterly gorgeous, and with that, the gameplay we've seen from small previews looks very tight and fun to play. With multiple abilities, a very intriguing story, and visuals rivaling the Ori titles, I cannot wait for this release date, and I'm so happy to see it arrive day one onto Game Pass. This drops onto the service on April 27th. What's your favourite game on this list? Let me know in the comments below, as I would love to hear your thoughts. Like the video and subscribe for more Xbox content, and check out this video on screen now for the 35 best Game Pass games that you can play right now.